Jojo. So again, this is something that I would do with our mounted police officers and their horses. And what we want to do is provide a startle stimulus that gives him an opportunity to control his flight response. So it's flight management 101 here. So what I let him do is engage, and then I bring him back. Doesn't seem like a big deal, but he's a 500-pound animal, you know, so 500 pounds running 20 miles an hour. Again, there's a lot of energy. The idea is I don't want to scare him. That's not my intent. I want to desensitize him to the sound and to the movement. We'll get to the point where I'll be able to actually do this underneath him and around him. Tempo. I literally went to desensitize our police horses. We would eventually work up to a propane cannon right next to him. Once a horse understands that the sound does not have any pain associated with it, because they're conservers of energy, he would just as soon not have to expend a lot of energy to run away. And we'll get to the point where I can touch him and then he'll jump. What's nice about this, about 10 feet, little bamboo rod that I have. There you go, there's first touch. Now that's different than what happened the very first time we moved it, right? So the thing about underneath him is you can't really see it. So what I want to do is I want to just kind of use it as a point of contact. Let him see it, let him think about it, let him kick it around. Cool. We did a little something with him with just a plastic bottle on the tie rail. But that's an auditory start. Yeah. I'll also do this with just a plastic bag. But because he's very auditory, I wanted to add the aluminum can to the plastic bag. Now see, he's starting to look around from he sees the bike down there. On the street. You see that? Did you think a couple minutes ago that you could put this sack on his back? Probably not, huh? Okay. So again, I want him to see this out of both sides of his, in other words, out of both eyes. Now we're going to work on his right side. Now remember, what he sees on his left side is different than what he sees on his right side that doesn't transfer. With that. This is just, again, give him an exit, you know, where he can leave, but then I just come back and say, hey, it's okay. No, right? When you think about if the school pony can put up with this, see him licking his lips, he's kind of like, okay. They can put up with kids hanging on them and screaming and making noise, taking their jackets off and on, crumpling up their plastic bottle. All right. So here we are. You can see his eyes go wide and his head goes up. And he's got this movement and sound on his back. Alright? So what we want to do is just tell him that, you just say, whoa. The other thing that he's mapping out, he's cataloging, is my body language and my tonality. So I'm not letting him scare me. Because if he scared me, then I would scare him, and it just ping-pongs back and forth. So I want to be calm. Even when he takes off running, I let him go until he gets about 20 feet, and then I slow him down, stop him. I don't jerk him to the ground right away. He's got to learn how to manage his flight response. He has a responsibility as a trained pony to manage his flight response. And he's doing really good. I'm really happy with this. Right. And down here is tough when he can't see it. See him back up so you can see it. And underneath him, this is where, like, you know, balloons, we'll have like helium balloons come blowing across the arena from a party, you know, down at the resort. We'll have plastic shavings bags, you know, the wind will catch. This is a tough one right behind him. They don't really like that because it feels like something's chasing him and going to get him. So he has to kind of think about it. What am I going to do? Where is it? It's over here. And then it's over here. So you want to turn and look at it. So the higher it is, it changes the, you know, the presentation, if you will. And now it's not down on the ground. Now it's up above his head. And this is where, you know, you have flags, banners, stuff going on above the horse. Remember, a horse is programmed to be wary of things jumping out of the trees. All right? So what's nice about this, it gives me a pretty good read. Let him just go. Okay. Right now, I have to be careful that he doesn't jump into me. So if he does, then I got to sidestep him.